what's up with you? For today's video, we have a Malamar sweep. So, spoiler alert, Malamar's Mega was just revealed, or is about to be revealed, depending on when I put this video up. And Malamar is a pretty interesting Pokemon with some cool abilities. So we got Dark and Psychic type, making it 4 times weak to Bug, Contrary, Suction Cups, and Infiltrator. So Contrary being the best ability there with the main moves that it uses. Now, this Pokemon isn't the greatest in stats. Nothing really speedy, doesn't have really high stats on either attack or special attack. So I wanted to make a set that was pretty bulky and could get a lot of stat boosts up. I think I ran something very, very similar back in the day with a couple of tweaks for Scarlet and Violet's mechanic. Let me know what you think of the new Mega Malamar in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Tell me all your thoughts there. So we've got a Iron Bundle lead here. I'm going to be setting up the Trick Room with my Inkay. Now, this is an Inkay and Malamar team, which I have been working on for the last day or so. So a little spoiler to my viewers there, that'll be coming soon. And what I thought here is I thought to set up the Trick Room, and I thought to get rid of the substitute on Iron Bundle. I was actually tempted to go for Destiny Bomb, but I thought it'd be more important to get, rid of that. Plus, I had sort of plans to get this Malamar to try and sweep here. So I'm breaking the sub to get the dub here, and Iron Bundle is going to be fainting me with Freeze Dry. So I thought this is a good opportunity to send in the mighty Malamar after we get the next Tricker up. So I've got an almost identical Inkay here, which similar role is to set up the Trick Room there. It does have Destiny Bond as well, but in this case, I didn't really want to use it. So I went for Topsy Turvy just to buy a turn there, but they actually swapped and fainted me. It is time for the Mega Malamar. Let's do it. Alright, we're just going to forget that battle happened, so I got Sleep Talk Rest twice in a row. Who would have guessed that one? Unfortunately, the battle just went from bad to worse. Alright, we've got, this time we've got a 6v6 battle too. I didn't actually notice that was a 4v4 until like the last bit of it. It's still fine. We've got a Qianpu lead here, and I've got my Inkay. Now, Inkay is going to be setting up the Trick Room, and I actually swapped up the item for this one. I actually ran a Everlight set. I was actually able to live 1 attack, which is pretty impressive. All right, it's time to get this sweep. This was a crazy, crazy battle. Let's get it. All right, people, what a W there in the end. Let's have a look at the Malamar set here. I'll go over the build and spread and stuff like that too. So this Pokemon obviously doesn't have insane bulk, so I wanted to make it more special defenses so it could live special hits and then boost its stats up with superpower, which is pretty straightforward there, with superpower increasing its attack and defense every single time you used it. Now, without rest, it did sort of fall victim to like toxic and other annoying stuff like Will-O-Wisp, so I thought rest would be nice in there with Sleep Talk. The other move I was thinking about putting on there was like Knockoff or something, but I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to actually, you have Terra Blast in there so I could use Stellar. So when you use Stellar with Terra Blast, it actually drops your attack and special attack by 1 stage, but with Contrary, it actually increases them. It also allowed me to hit other stuff that I couldn't hit normally, like Ghost type Pokemon. And I also had the Tanga Berry on there, which actually really helped me out in that second battle. It does have a nasty 4x weakness, so that helped me out a lot, and I managed to get the W. Tell me all your thoughts on Malamar, people. I might actually do a full in-depth move guide on this Pokemon too, if you'd like to see that. Might have another upload about Malamar a little bit later. Peace out.